Northern governors reject English language as the official language for teaching in primary and secondary school in the north. Now, this is coming from Niger State Governor Mohammed Umaru. Now, when I saw this news, I was like, what do they expect corpus that is sent to the northern region to use to teach the student? Because it's not everybody that goes to northern region that know how to speak Hausa. So according to them, instead of
Hausa language to replace English in northern schools, Niger State Governor Umaru Bago calls on other northern governors. Hello and what's up, guys? Niger State Governor Mohammed Umaru Bago has urged northern governors to reconsider the region's education system by adopting Hausa as a primary language of instruction in schools. According to the governor, English should be taught only as a subject rather than being the medium of instruction in primary and secondary education across the north. He stated, adopting Hausa as a language of instruction in northern schools will significantly enhance the learning experience, promote enrollment, and foster a deeper understanding of subjects among pupils and students. However, this proposal has sparked widespread concern among Nigerians from other regions. Many worry that such a move could negatively affect youth corps members who are posted to northern states for their mandatory one-year service under the NYSC. Moreover, there has been a flurry of reactions across social media platforms. One Facebook comment by Andrew Beza particularly stood out, and I quote, "And to one Nigeria, does this make sense? Abina, another way of superimposing Hausa language on one Nigeria or making it a compulsory language for everyone. Think well, because you can't come to southern Nigeria to speak Hausa to our children. Take note of that. Your NYSC graduate can only serve in northern Nigeria. Bonkwen." Guys, I'll let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Hey, salute to all my people. Greetings to all my northern family. I don't they love Nigeria now, small. Good evening. News coming from Nigeria. Yesterday, the governors in the northern states sit down together and they make a conclusion, and they said they want to remove English language as an official teaching language in their school. You know, in all Africa, not all, most of us, let's say West Africa, they use English to teach us in our school. They use English to teach physics. They use English to teach chemistry. So it's difficult for a lot of us to understand what they teach us in school. Why? Because it's even difficult for us to understand English. You understand? Because English is another language for us to study on its own. Now, greetings to my president. So you go be president of Nigeria. Muhammadu Haruna Baku is one of a governor in another state. He decided and said, okay, you can see a lot of students in the north, they don't want to go to school. So because of this, they want to reject English language and put Hausa language. It doesn't mean they are not going to learn English language. They mean they are not going to be using English language as a way to teach their students in school. So they are going to be using Hausa to teach English. They are going to be using Hausa to teach mathematics. They are going to be using Hausa to teach physics. They are going to be using Hausa to teach geography. So because of this, the man decided to say this is going to help the northern part to understand very well. They are going to be using English to teach science. Hi! I like this one. You know why? Because if you look in the north, a lot they don't go to school. We don't really know why it's happening like that, but according to this governor, he's saying let the other northern government do the same thing so that their students, their children will go to school. It will help them to understand very well. It will make them to love going to school because they are going to be speaking the language they speak in their house, in their school. Nobody will beat them and say, oh, don't speak Hausa, speak English. Because now your father's language is not a vernacular in your school. A lot of you understand what I'm saying. Even when you go to other parts, let's say in the Yoruba side, when you go to school, you don't speak your language, you have to speak English. If you speak your language in your school, they go beat you. Which if you speak Yoruba in school, they will flog you. If you speak Igbo in school, they will flog you. So you have to speak English by force. You have to manage. It's not helping us. It's not helping us. And people were like, oh, if they not do this now, how will these people communicate with the people in the world? How will they communicate with people across the world? They will make English as another study that people have to learn, the way we learn French. Hello. This one for president. Guys, what do you think in the comment section? This development is coming from Nigeria. I think these people are the North. The Hausa people now. These people, when they want to start, they will start. Hausas. If they want to start, they will start. Guys, what do you think about this?
Northern governors reject English language as an instruction medium in Northern school. They don't want English language again. They want to adopt Hausa language as an instruction medium in Northern school. Now, this is coming from the table of Niger State Governor Mohammed Umaru Bago. According to him, he made this announcement yesterday and is encouraging other Northern governors to revamp the educational system in Northern school. According to Niger State Governor, if this is implemented, it's going to enhance the understanding ability of the Northern students, it's going to improve the enrollment rate and also decrease the number of children running away from school, and so many lessons that were taught in English language are not well understood and assimilated by the Northern students, and as a result of that, so many of them don't want to go to school. So from now onwards, they want to adopt Hausa language as an instruction medium in Northern school. And my question is this: if this is implemented, how are they going to communicate with people outside their region? It's going to affect the English learning ability of the Northern people. It is what it is.
Dear Northern Nigerian people, send your children to school. Let your children get the best and highest form of education they can get. En arewa mu tura yaran mu makaranta su je su yi boko. Makarantar addini na da kyau, makarantar Islamiya na da kyau, amma makarantar boko ma na da muhimmanci. When you take children outside of the north, brilliant, intelligent children, they are hardly able to compete with their counterparts because of English. Because they cannot communicate effectively in English language. Yes, English is not a way to measure somebody's intelligence, but guess what? You communicate in English in Nigeria. It is our lingua franca, and so we must learn to communicate in English language, so that when the south and the east and other people from the other parts of Nigeria are communicating in English, we would understand and we would add and we would debate it intellectually. Jama'a ku koyi turanci. It is important. Ana cuce mu a arewa don bamu iya turanci ba. If you cannot communicate effectively in English language, you would not fly very well without obstruction in other parts of the world. Yes, English is not whatever. Mun gode mun ji amma ku koyi turanci, kowa ya koyi turanci saboda in kai magana za a ji ka, za ka gane me wanda suke turanci suke fada. Ya kamata kowa ya koyi turanci. It is important, dole ne, saboda idan an ce kai kana da kwakwalwa, kana da kwazo, ka iya waye in ka an fito an ce kai defending za ka yi ko ina ka je, ba wanda zai rena maka saboda baka iya turanci ba. Ana rena mu a arewa saboda bamu iya turanci ba. Ku koya turanci, ku koya ma yaran ku turanci, ku koya musu Hausa, ku koya musu yaren ku. It is important. Let them not forget their identity. Kar su manta inda suka fito, kar su manta addinin su, kar su manta culture su, kar su manta yaren su, kar su manta su koya turanci. English is a global language. All of the people that are coming out to say Chinese, Mandarin, Japanese, sun fi mu sun yi gaba. We cannot compare ourselves with Chinese people now. Yanzu ba lokacin za a ce a fara koya ma yara yare da Hausa bane. A fara koya ma yara boko da Hausa ba. Ba mu kai lokacin ba. Yanzu dai mu koyi turancin. In mun koyi turancin mun kai wani level, then we can demand that our local dialect should be taught in schools. But until then, mu koyi turanci. Ana bari mu a baya. Mutane za su je kasan waje, za su je international conferences, ba da Hausa suke yi ba. komin ilimin ka sai ka yi turanci. Idan baka iya ba za a nema maka interpreter. Yawwa, duk abin da interpreter ya ga dama zai gaya musu ka faɗa ko baka faɗa ba zai faɗa. You are the best person that can represent yourself. Kai ne zaka iya ka representing kanka. If you cannot represent yourself, any other thing anybody says is diluted. It's not concentrated. Teach your children English. Let them communicate effectively in English language.
Northern governors reject English language as the official language for teaching in primary and secondary school in the north. Now, this is coming from Niger State Governor Mohammed Umaru. Now, when I saw this news, I was like, what do they expect corpus that is sent to the northern region to use to teach the student? Because it's not everybody that goes to northern region that know how to speak Hausa. So according to them, instead of English language, they are going to be using Hausa as the primary language, yes, to teach in the north. Why English will just be like other subject? That means English will not be the major language again. I think they are making a very big mistake. Why? Because the English language has helped to unify the country. We have different languages in Nigeria. We have about over 200 ethnic groups, and each of them speak different languages. It is the English language that unifies Nigerians to speak just one language. So why is this decision coming from the northern governors, and what could be their reason? Please, if you are watching this video, let's get your opinion in the comment section about this decision from northern state governors. This is what they have come out to say. So they have rejected English language as the primary language in northern schools, that is primary, secondary. But for me, this decision is not a wise one, because the English language has helped us to unify the country. That is why anybody can study in any part of Nigeria. But I don't know why they are coming with this. Is this thing going to result to division? Because the truth is, many persons are saying that it's like Nigeria is going to be divided, and this is what they are trying to do. If you segment these languages like this, and if you go to the east, they start teaching with Igbo, that means nobody can leave another part to study in the Igbo again, in the Igbo land again. And this is what we call division in disguise. Drop your opinion concerning this their decision, and make sure you share it so that more person will see it. Let's know what they have to say. Let's go.